Good morning, my lucky Scorpion viewers. If you like what you hear and you see, please like and subscribe. It's free. And if you want to show that you're there and you still care, please comment and share. It is greatly appreciated. And it helps the message get across to those who might need it or that it resonates with. Yes, and many blessings on you. Many blessings to you. I hope you all had an amazing weekend so far. And let's keep that energy throughout the week as well. Please. Please bless all my viewers. Okay, so we're going to just dive on into it because that's how we do it. This is the Love Oracle. And you know me. I like to let it fall out, but if I get called to, oh, sorry, when they fly like that, makes them extra special. And the one that fell was Hookup. So we have unfinished business. It's not over. Patterns, back and forth, baggage, one night stand, intimacy, casual relationship, or a fling. Let's see, who is this resonating for so far? Let me know. Divine intervention, serendipity, catalyst, supernatural, karma, baby. Yeah. Okay, what else for my gorgeous viewers? What do they need to know? See, I'm going to let these fall out, and then I'm going to do a little tarot, and we're going to dig deeper, because you know me. I'm a nosy peeper, and I like to dig deeper. I want to get the full story. Yeah. I think I had way too much caffeine. Okay. Storm warning, upheaval, obstacle, wrecking ball, and trauma. Ooh, date. Courting, dating, anniversary, and meetup. What else for my gorgeous viewers? What do they need to know? Friends, secret crush. Okay. First, we're going to see, what is this unfinished business? That's what I want to know. For your person of interest, the person you're thinking about while watching this, let's see. What is their unfinished business? Oh, yeah. Okay, so they feel like they could have had the 10 of Cups with you. They feel like they didn't take the relationship serious enough. Oh, this person could have been a boss. They could have been older than you. They could have been a father figure, like to many or some. Or they could have just been like, someone you called daddy. You know what I mean? I'm so bad. Getting serious. But no, hey, whenever this card comes out, you might hear me scream daddy. And that's because it's a daddy, But it's also someone who's a boss. Now this person is not getting over you. Like it's not easy for them. This is what they want to do. They want to like apologize. They want to bring you flowers. They want to show up at your work. They want to take you out on a date. They want to try again. Yeah, with the High Priestess here, intuitively you know that they're feeling sorry, that they messed things up, that they ruin this opportunity with you. They could have had it all. I think there's a song. There's a song that sings that. They could have had it all. But they harmed the relationship. That's, you know, it's gone too far where I don't really think you're going to take them back. Alrighty, let's see. Why is there divine intervention? What is this divine intervention? Oh. You have this strength and this courage. You don't want to. You want to try something new. You want somebody new. You feel like this inspiration to meet somebody new, that anything's got to be better. Like, this person really must have messed up, because I see like the reconciliation card there, but I see you wanting to start something new, not go back to the past. Let's see more about this. What a new beginning, like. First of all, you feel like you weren't getting what you were supposed to be getting with this person, right? Let's see, where's the divine intervention? Karma. Perhaps, yeah, this person's karma. Yes, I see. There is this divine intervention. So, just if you're considering and thinking about or even missing this past person, sweetie, there's going to be some kind of celebration where you're going to meet a new interest, a new love interest. And it's going to give you clarity on the situation. It's going to make you put this past lover in the past. Because maybe they were just thinking of it as like a casual relationship, a fling, you know. They didn't take you seriously at first. And then when they started to take you seriously, when they started to, like, you know, think seriously about you, it's too late. They already screwed up. And now you're like, no, I'm going to go out. I'm going to do me. I'm going to party. I'm going to go with friends. I'm going to enjoy the single life. That's where you get the clarity, because you meet your Ace of Cups. Now let's see, who is this Ace of Cups? Like, don't get me wrong. They ended up really, really wanting and seeing the Ten of Cups with you. But by the time they started thinking about that, it was too late. They already did too much damage. You already seen through too much BS that you were like, come out. Yeah. There's a happy emotional message. Now, for some, it's a friend at a party trying to hook you up with somebody. But for others, this is just this person admiring you at a party that you start talking to, that gives you clarity in the situation, that makes you realize you don't want to go back. You want to go forward. That's what I'm saying. You may not feel that 100% right now, but let's see, who is, yeah, see? It's eventually you're going to feel like, wow, I'm so glad I didn't go back. I'm glad I'm going forward, because here is this gorgeous Ace of Cups. Please don't keep us in the dark, Spirit. I want to see who is this Ace of Cups. Give us a sign. Give us a, like, give me a little, like, who is this? You know what I mean? Like, I want some deets. Give me some characteristics to look for, so that we know that we're, you know, it's the, because it could be multiple options, okay? Ace of Cups is tricky. Yes, we know the past is regretful and disappointed and sad, but we want to know about this Ace of Cups. That's what I'm talking about. Like, who is this Ace of Cups coming in for my gorgeous viewers? Ooh. Ooh, could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But also, this is someone who has, they're very emotionally mature. They're very stable. They know what they want. They're very wise. They could be in the, they could be a police officer, a lawyer. They could work in they could be even a security guard. There's something to do here with a very strong position in the workplace. You know, an authoritative figure. What else could you tell us about this Ace of Cups coming in for my gorgeous viewers? Yeah, this person is going to have you thinking about them constantly. They're going to make this past person a distant memory. And you're going to have your mind on them. But I can see it's mutual. Oh, yeah. It's mutual. Okay, so there could be two options, too. Could be Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, as well as Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But what I really do feel is this person is very financially fit. They're very good with their money. They I see them as very like flashy. They're the type of person that walks in a room and you're just like, wow, you know, like everything from head to toe is just matching and glamorous, and they just look like they're dressed they're dressed to the T, you know. They got everything together, their hair, their nails. If it's a man, like his hands is manicured nice, you know. If it's a female, like just the right dress and just suave. I just feel like this person walks in the room and just demands all the attention, and you're gonna know exactly when this person lays their eyes on you. Okay, no doubt about that. So this person's gonna give you like butterflies. They're, you know, you're gonna give them butterflies. It's gonna be mutual. I feel that. And yeah, like I said, this friend's gonna invite you to a party, maybe like a barbecue. You know, you're going to meet them through maybe an acquaintance. Somehow you're going to really trust the place where you're meeting them. You're going to like, okay, well, so-and-so knows this person, so they got to be solid. You know what I mean? Well, so-and-so was at this birthday party or gathering, so they got to be, you know, decent. What's going to happen is this person is going to ask you out on a date, or vice versa. You're going to ask them out on a date, but they're going to do it in a way that's going to kind of catch you off guard. They're going to kind of sneak it in there, you know? Like, let's say you're talking about how you love art. They're going to be like, oh, by the way, you know, I have some museum that I wanted to check out, or a play that I wanted to go to, or something. You know what I mean? And they're going to first gather your interest and then ask you out on a date about that, you know. Oh. They really could be a Capricorn. With the devil flipping around like that, they really could be a Capricorn. But if not, then they could just have that energy, like that very passionate, desirable energy, you know, that kind of person who you obsessively think about, or that obsessively thinks about you from the minute you meet. It's just like you go home and you're just thinking about them. You're like, wow, this person was amazing. Like, I can't believe I met someone like that, you know? Let's see, why is there storm warning? That's what I'm curious about. Why did storm warning come up? Some kind of upheaval, some obstacle. Some wrecking ball, some trauma. Why is that? Why is that there for my gorgeous viewers? Yeah, see? You're going to get some kind of wish fulfillment, some kind of clarity about, and this is what's trauma, like drama, sorry, not trauma, drama. You're going to get some kind of, like you're wishing to know something. You're wishing for some kind of clarity, something that tells you I want both feet out or both feet in. Do I go back? Do I go forward? Like I said, you're going to get some kind of clarity. You might hear it from somebody who's a fire sign, Leo, Sag, Aries. This person's going to give you some kind of gossip, some kind of wording that just triggers you to be like, all right, I'm done. That's it. I'm putting this behind me. That's what I see right here for you. And that's what's the drama here. Okay, I had to know. I had to know why that popped up. That's what I'm getting right off the bat there. You see there's clarity, there's some kind of little gossip. But it's exactly what you need. It's what you were wishing for. And sometimes we gotta be careful what we wish for, because then we wish and bam. You know, and then we're like, shit, did we really want to know that? Because sometimes it feels negative at the time. We're like, oh, I really could have lived without that knowledge. But no, this knowledge is going to give you the clarity to move forward with this Ace of Cups. You see? And this is like, you know, someone talking good about you, putting in a good word for you, you know? So, yeah. But this person, they've either got Leo, Sag, Aries in their chart, or they are Leo, Sag, Aries. They could be a little bit older than you. And that's about all the clues I can give you on that part. Let's check out what's the vibe. And then we'll do maybe the crow deck and see what's the wisdom of the crows and see what comes out there. What's the vibe for my gorgeous viewers? Let's see what else. Oh, that went flying. Boundaries, legal, lawyers, court, paperwork. Yeah, this is why I'm getting the legal thing. This person works with something that you're about to meet. They might have worked in the past, something to do in the legal field. They could have worked with like lawyers. They could have been a lawyer. They could have been a judge. They could have been someone that works with them. Someone in the legal department, the legal, you know, or they could have just went through a legal situation and that's now finally over. You're definitely going to put up a lot of boundaries. You know what you want, what you don't want, especially from this past relationship. Enough is enough, and you're going to defend yourself. You're not going to put up with no nonsense. The minute somebody shows any kind of disrespect, you're going to shut them down right away. Just good. I like to see that. I like to see that from my gorgeous viewers. Okay, we did that. Now I'm going to do this. See what kind of advice you need from the crow's insight. What does my gorgeous viewers need from the crow's insight? Jealousy. Be careful. Be careful. Jealousy. Understand jealousy with introspection and empathy. It reveals desires and opportunities for personal growth. Be careful of those jealous bitches. I'm just saying. Sometimes I feel with this energy of who I'm reading for, everybody wants what you got, but they don't want to put in the work to get what you get. Okay? That's a problem. That's too much. That's what causes jealousy, is they want what you want, but they don't want to put in the work to get what you got. Okay, anger. Challenge anger into constructive action and understanding. It can fuel positive change and personal growth. I concur with that. So the next time something pisses you off or someone pisses you off, work it out physically, then down on paper if you have to, then verbally, then mentally. Just get it all out of your system, because you don't want to stay in that dark, negative energy. It's hard to manifest when you're in those vibes. All right, magic. Believe in the magic of possibilities and unexpected joys. It adds wonder and excitement to life. Yes, believe that you are magic, baby, because you are. Friendships, like crows who form lifelong bonds, cherish the friendships that bring light to your life. Yeah, baby. Don't be afraid to, lean on your friends in this situation, in this hard times. Get their advice, tell them how you're feeling. Don't keep it all inside, especially if you're dealing with something that hurts you, that made you angry, If you're dealing with jealous people, because there's a lot out there. There's a lot. Like I said, they want to, they want what you want, but they don't want to work for it. And then they're mad at you because you got what they want, but they don't want to work for it. So that's a them problem. Anyhow, reflection on experiences to gain insights and personal growth. Self-awareness leads to positive change. But I'm really feeling like you have reflected so many times on yourself. And you can do that. And that's not a lot of people can do that. So yeah, but reflect on experiences to gain insight and personal growth. Self-awareness leads to positive change. Yes. Alrighty then. So before we close this out, let's see what your soul helper guide, oracle, soul helper oracle wants you to know before we close it out. For my gorgeous viewers, what do they need to know? Oh, sorry, that was like, you are caught up in drama. Act to free yourself, changed and blossom again. You can make that up. That's a different deck. Same thing. Where did it go here? The storm warming here. See, what came out to me was the drama right there. And the drama. See? Two different decks, y'all. So someone's going to try to cause some shit, some destruction, some negativity. See? Yeah, and a partnership for the new age. Okay? It is time to welcome it. There is someone new coming in, my lovelies. So embrace it, face it, enjoy it. And I'm so happy to hear this for you, because the past, I can say in the past, if they didn't treat you right, that's their fault, They got to pay the price. They got to learn. Anyhow, until the next time, love and light.